24 hostages released as temporary. Ceasefire and Israel-Hamas war takes effect. The first group of hostages taken captive by Hamas in the October 7th attacks on Israel were released from Gaza. Hours after the 4-day ceasefire in the war between Israel and Hamas took effect Friday morning, officials said. 13 Israeli hostages were handed over by Hamas on Friday. The head of Israel's government press office confirmed to Daily Updates News just after 5 p.m. local time. Daily News correspondent Lilia Luciano reported that Red Cross trucks appearing to carry freed Israeli hostages crossed the Gaza border into Egypt around 6 p.m. local time. Qatar Foreign Ministry spokesman Dr. Majd al-Ansari said on social media that in total, 24 hostages had been released. That includes the 13 Israeli hostages, 10 Thai hostages and 1 Filipino hostage. The Israeli Defense Forces said on social media just before 7 p.m. local time that the released hostages were on Israeli soil and had undergone initial medical assessments. IDF members accompanied the released hostages to hospitals where they will be reunited with their families. The IDF also shared a video of a bus carrying the freed hostages entering Israel. The releases are part of a deal that calls for Hamas to free at least 50 hostages and Israel to release dozens of Palestinians from its prisons. Israel's military sounded alarms in several villages near Gaza just minutes after the short-term truce began Friday morning, warning of possible incoming rocket fire. But there was no immediate word of ongoing violence between Israeli forces and Hamas, leaving hope that the first hostage releases under the deal would still go forward later Friday. The ceasefire got underway at 7 a.m. local time, which is midnight on the U.S. East Coast. The Israeli military did not make any official announcement at that time, but said in a statement less than 2 hours later that it had completed its operational preparations according to the combat lines. A spokesperson stressed in a social media post just minutes after 7 a.m. local time that the suspension of hostilities was temporary, and the war is not over yet. Israeli Defense Forces IDF spokesperson Kal Aviche Adre warned that the northern Gaza Strip remained a dangerous war zone and it is forbidden to move around there, adding that people in the decimated Palestinian territory must remain in the humanitarian zone in the south of the Strip and only move toward that area on one designated road, adding that the movement of residents from the south of the Strip to the north will not be allowed in any way.